It's 7 p.m., June 7th, 2022. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Kevin, would you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
McKeever?
Here.
Myers?
Here.
Wireball?
Here.
Potter?
Here.
Sheriff's absent. Spiegel?
Here.
Young?
Here.
All right, you have before you the minutes from May 17th, 2022. You have the version that the clerk wrote and a requested version.
So is it my, Madam President,
Yes.
is it my understanding that this has all of this included in it now?
So there's two yeah.
Yes.
The one that
That's
says
my understanding.
requested amendment, I actually took everything that Vicky requested and put it in the requested amendment one. To be honest, hers is a lot more descriptive.
Because it only says that on page 1, that's why I'm asking on.
Yeah, she only corrected on the,
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
Move to approve as presented here.
What is here?
With the changes.
With the changes?
Yes.
All right.
I will second.
Okay, so I have a first by Kevin, second by Terry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Granting permission for visitors to speak. If you would just state your name and address.
My name is Ryan Bloomfield. I live on 114 West Liberty Street.
Ryan or Ryan?
Ryan.
Ryan, thank you.
And I'm here tonight for the alley in between Tim Hortons and the Easeway. There was a sign put up to yield for the traffic, but the grass is so tall you can't even see the sign no more. So, and I was driving down the alley the other day and almost got hit again. So I'd like for something to get done, if we could, so somebody doesn't get hurt there.
So it's the one that runs behind?
Yeah, right behind
Tim
Tim Hortons.
Can I respond?
Yes.
I noticed the grass is higher, but the sign is like 4 feet high. The grass is only about a foot high.
Take a look again.
Yeah, the
I
grass
just
is,
drove by today.
yeah, I noticed it, was going to bring it up.
Yeah, I know, but I was gonna come back. I have to find out, maybe we'll find out tomorrow who owns that property.
Tim Hortons owns the property. The problem is there's a new manager that doesn't understand ownership of it.
I can take care of it. I'll email the franchise owner tomorrow. I've been meaning to do that every time I drive through there, but I forget by the time I come.
And also that fence there on that property line, if we could do something with that fence there, I know with the zoning laws and whatever with the drive-through and the lights and all that, I wish we could do something with that fence because people are not going to yield just to a sign. And I wish that people could see coming northbound on there, you could see down that way. Take 1 or 2 sections of the fence away, it'd be nice if people could see so somebody doesn't get hurt.
Every alley has those issues. I was driving that alley today and drove off of Charles past Good Hope. You know, you've got to, you know, if we do that, then you'll have to ask Good Hope to remove something. I mean, all these alleys in town they have visibility issues.
I understand that, but I don't see anybody from Good Hope back here, do I? So why don't we take care of the one we have a problem with?
Range from Good Hope, right there, and carries from Good Hope.
Are they complaining about the fence?
You're gonna have to do it on, we brought this up at Traffic Commission. The consensus was that if you're driving an alley, you better be going 15 miles an hour. Now, when you come to crossroads like that, you better slow down and assume somebody's coming through. Personal responsibility is what the driver should be taking on both ends there. We did put a sign up to bring that to people's attention, and you saw the sign there. That's the best the Traffic Commission is going. It's been debated, so if you want to come to Traffic Commission and bring it up again, but like I say, if you drive every alley in this town, which I would think there's probably 50 miles of alleys, you're going to have, every block you have crossroads. And you have a similar situation on every crossroads in every alley in this town. And just driving, you just have to kind of creep along and be very careful. I understand the grass is an issue, but I have noticed that. I'll take care of that tomorrow.
Anybody else? Seeing none, we're moving on. Communications and petitions.
Do you want me to read this? Okay. Okay, this is a letter from the mayor. It says, Dear Jenny, the Tax Incentive Review Council will meet on Wednesday, May 18th, 2022, and the city of Bucyrus has 2 representatives, the mayor and someone appointed by the mayor. Council will need to concur with my appointment, and then a letter from council will need to be sent to the Crawford County Auditor, Robin Sheets, verifying my appointment. I have appointed Doug Foe to the Tax Incentive Review Council for the term January 1st, 2022 through December 1st, 2023. Thank you for your help in this matter.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
do we know if this needs referred to committee for any legislation, or is it just a simple roll call vote of council?
I believe it's just a simple roll call vote for council. There is no legislation associated with it because we aren't the appointing authority.
Okay.
So could I have a motion to accept the mayor's recommendation?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
May I speak? Because I thought this was going to be referred to committee. That's what it indicated on the agenda for tonight's meeting, that it was going to be referred.
That was my error. It came as a referral in a letter, but it was not a referral to committee. That's what confused me. He's referring Doug Fote to be appointed. That was where I got confused on that. So it doesn't get referred to a committee. I actually knew that. That was my error.
Okay. Do I have permission to come under, granting permission for visitors to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I spoke with the county auditor's office today, and I think we have some misunderstanding on the TIRC appointments. First off, in checking the council minutes back on January the 4th, 22 of this year, there was the approval of the 2022-2023 subcommittee assignments. In those assignments was the Tax Incentive Review Council. It was indicated that it would be the mayor and the Economic Development Chairperson. It went on to state that Brenton Potter's term would be ending 12/31/2023, and his appointment is as the Economic Development Committee Chairman. There was not a letter sent by council to the Crawford County Auditor's Office identifying the mayor and the Economic Development Chairman as those stated on the appointments of subcommittee, and that was approved by council at the January 4th, 22 council meeting. However, if you look at Codified Ordinance Section 5709.85, which is called the Tax Incentive Review Council, and I guess I'll back up here for a minute. On the appointments of the subcommittee individuals who are going to serve, who appoints, when this list is made up, who appoints the individuals to be on these committees for then later approval by council?
I was involved in that.
Okay. Because according to Section 5709.85, and this was confirmed by the Crawford County Auditor's Office today,
You said 7509.
5709.85, Tax Incentive Review Council is the
and it was
title.
ORC?
Yes.
Thank you.
Again, according to the Crawford County Auditor's Office, this is how the appointment is to go. There are to be three members appointed by the Board of County Commissioners, which the county commissioners did. There are to be 2 members from each municipal corporation appointed by the chief executive officer, which would be the mayor, with the concurrence of the legislative authority. So, and then it goes on to say you also have to have the school board. There needs to be a representative from each one of the school boards. So my concern is, on January the 4th, we have an appointment of subcommittees, the names placed on here by the council president, and I don't know if there were others involved, but if not, by the council president, stating the mayor and the economic development chairman, again, which was approved. Well, really, the appointment needs to come from the mayor of 2 people, of which one can be himself. So I guess we're back to, and typically, when I worked for this city, it was always the economic development chairperson that was on the TIRC committee. That doesn't mean it has to be, but it just sort of stands to reason it would be, because the TIRC falls under your Economic Development Committee. So I guess we have to determine, I mean, the mayor's letter just sets forth his appointment of Doug Fote.
And not himself.
Right. And so I guess, one, does the mayor want to appoint himself and Doug Fote? Or does he want to appoint himself and Brenton Potter, who is, the chairperson of the Economic Development Committee?
I just wanted to say, when that was all taken care of prior to Ms. Conley being hired, when I was filling in that role, the mayor also did go over the list as well as the council president, and so it wasn't just the council president.
Okay.
It was between the both of them, and they each had certain responsibilities that, may have been some that the mayor had the position to appoint and some that the president had to appoint, and so they both went through that at that time.
So then I guess with that being said, you're in essence saying that the mayor was fine with the appointment or the placing of the name of Brenton Potter as to be considered on the TIRC committee?
I don't remember that
Yeah.
completely. I mean, we're talking about something, 1 meeting a year.
Right.
For 1 hour a year.
If it was even that long.
If it's even that long.
And I totally agree.
Let me
Excuse me.
finish. I don't even remember that meeting to be that we went over those. And I don't recall that it was traditionally the Economic Development Director. And Doug Vogt was already on this committee, and he enjoyed it. He agreed to stay on it.
Because he was the Economic Development
Because
chairperson.
Okay, so whether it doesn't really make any difference. I could appoint you to be on it if I wanted to. So, there's no offense to Brent, I'm sure he would have done a great job.
I was approached and asked
Right,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah, and
I said,
it was,
by all means.
yeah, we just wanted to make sure that we had somebody at the meeting, because I was gonna be at a wedding that time, I couldn't be there, so. I don't, and back to what Kevin said, I don't, those appointments, I don't remember going over any of those appointments, whether that was just formality or whatever. I'm sure you don't remember either, so.
It was off the list that Todd Hill had originally put
Right.
together, is where it was at.
And it was voted on in council. I never saw the list. Period, so. All
And
right,
I
so
can-
let's decide what's going on here. They're not having another meeting till the middle of next May. And we have plenty of time to, if you want to just take everything out, we'll start all over.
There is going to be another meeting yet this year.
And so, okay, so I'll reach out to Robin Sheets and I'll take care of it and I'll get back with you.
Okay, so we'll just
Okay.
table this for now.
Why don't we do that? Let's just move on, if you're okay with that.
Okay, again, my whole purpose of coming here was just, we want to make sure it's done correctly. And we want to make sure that we have people in attendance. I mean, that's the whole reason of the TIRC meeting. For those who aren't aware of what happens, is the committee members are reviewing the tax abatement agreements, whether they be the enterprise zone or the CRA. You review the paperwork that those companies filled out, and then you, as a committee member, decide, is that company adhering to the rules and regulations that they agreed to. And then you decide, do we continue to let them have this abatement or do we not? So, whether the meeting's half an hour, 15 minutes, it's a very important meeting.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mr. Sean, before you go, in your research, did you find, was there a resolution number from January 4th?
No. And that was the other thing that was pointed out by the Crawford County Auditor's Office. There are some cities who do a resolution and set forth who they have appointed to serve on the TIRC, whether it be the city doing a resolution or the school boards doing a resolution. There are some cities that, in some school boards, that just give a copy of their board minutes. Now, I did have a phone call later this afternoon from the individual that I spoke with down at the Crawford County Auditor's Office, and she informed me that she's waiting to hear back from the Crawford County Auditor, who states that a resolution is what they prefer from each, whether it be the city or the school board, setting forth who they have selected to represent them on the TIRC committee. And that I
Will you
would,
reach out to her, will you ascertain her preference, and we'll go from there? Okay.
And thank you.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
If I could then, Mr. Motter, I don't know if you're prepared to answer my question, but I'm going to ask it. In this instance, since there wasn't a resolution, but they do want a resolution, rather than table it, if the mayor knows that he'd like to put Mr. Fote on here and Mr. Potter is amenable to that, rather than table it, is there something we can do to just get the process going tonight? That way we don't have to worry about bringing it up again later.
Well, the only question I don't have the statute in front of me, and I was going to look, if you made that request, I was going to look at the statute to ensure that the statute doesn't require a resolution. I mean, I understand the auditor says she prefers a resolution, but if it says the mayor has the authority based on the approval, then that doesn't necessarily require a resolution.
Should we refer this to committee for Thursday and pending on what you find out, that way if it requires a resolution, it's in place in committee to move that forward?
If that's what council wants, yes.
I'll move to refer this to economic development then for Thursday, pending what Mr. Motter is able to ascertain. Does that work?
Yeah, just keep in mind that if we don't need a resolution, we save the money that it costs
Yep.
to.
And I think by
So-
Thursday we'll know, and if
Okay.
it's just something you can do, then you can do.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a motion by,
Kevin, and second by Myers.
oh my gosh, Kevin, and a second by
Me.
Mark McKeever. All those in favor to refer the TIRC to economic development?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Okay, next one.
Okay, this letter is from the Traffic Commission and it is addressed to the Health and Safety Committee. Dear Health and Safety Committee, the City of Bucyrus Traffic Commission would like to recommend 3 amendments to the TCM. To remove the one-way alley that runs from South Walnut Street to South Sandusky Street and runs in a westerly direction, and said alley being abutted on the south by in-lot 776 and 777 and on the north by in-lot 774 and 775. To add 2 emergency parking only signs on the west side of Plant Way across from the ambulance bay. To remove the one-way parking on the north side of River Street from Plants Way to Tiffin Street.
I'll make a motion to refer this to health and safety.
Second.
McKeever with the first, Dan Wireball with the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Go ahead. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, and this is from the Planning Commission Chairman, Mayor Reeser. Dear Madam President, the Bucyrus Planning Commission met on Monday, May 9th, 2022, and voted favorably to the following changes to the Bucyrus zoning map. To reclassify a portion of the apartment residential district in the area of Red Oak Court to residential estate district. Additionally, to reclassify a portion of general business district in the area of 510 North Sandusky Avenue to the downtown business district. Please place these subjects into the appropriate committee for consideration. Sincerely, Mayor Reeser.
Do I have a motion to move this to plating?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Cotter. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next letter comes from the Bratwurst Festival. I believe it is the committee. Director, Kevin Myers. This is addressed to the members of council. Members of council, the 55th Annual Bratwurst Festival will return to the streets of beautiful downtown Bucyrus on August 18th, 19th, and 20th of 2022. We respectfully request the following street closures effective 12:01 a.m. on Wednesday, August 17th, 2022, to allow crews to lay cable, assemble the water and electrical systems, and install safety barricades. Streets will remain closed until 8 a.m. on Sunday, August 21st, 2022. Am I reading these two? Okay. Sandusky Avenue from Mary Street to City Hall, Warren Street from Walnut Street to Poplar Street, Rensselaer Street from Walnut Street to Poplar Street, Mansfield Street from Walnut Street to Poplar Street, Charles Street from East Alley south to Wendy's parking lot and east entrance. We also request the following. Use of City Hall lobby and north and east parking lots for the craft show and art show as in previous years. Parking ban on East Rensselaer Street from Walnut to Lane on Saturday, August 20th, 2022 to allow parking for visiting queens. Rensselaer Street from Sandusky Avenue to Poplar Street closure at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, August 16th, 2022 for placement of the Rensselaer Street stage as in previous years. Closure of the east-west traffic through the square on Tuesday, August 16th, 2022 at 5:30 p.m. to allow the ride company to start setting up. North-south traffic will be maintained until 12:01 on Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. Parades are scheduled at 7 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, August 18th and 19th, as well as 4 p.m. on Saturday, August 20th, 2022. The parade route will be the same as in previous years from Perry Street to Oakwood Avenue. We request the following closures 2 hours prior to the parade times. River Street from North Sandusky Avenue to Tiffin Street, Perry Street from North Walnut Street to Broadway Alley, North Sandusky Avenue from Mary Street to Irving Street, Mary Street from Poplar Street to North Walnut Street. Liberty Street from South Walnut to Poplar Street, Center Street from South Walnut to Poplar Street, Lucas Street from South Walnut to Poplar Street, South Sandusky Avenue from City Hall to Oakwood Avenue. We further request that the City of Bucyrus Administrative Assistant, in coordination with Bucyrus Police Department, contact ODOT to reroute wide load permit holders during the aforementioned closures. Your continued support and cooperation is very much appreciated. Without your support, the Bucyrus Bratwurst Festival would not be the success that it has been for the past 55 years. We look forward to seeing you all at the Boyd Long opening ceremony at 11 a.m. on Thursday, August 18th, and encourage you to participate in the various activities throughout the 3-day festival. Respectfully submitted, Kevin Myers, Director.
All right, do I have a motion to
I'll make
send?
a motion to refer to health and safety.
Thank you. I have a second?
Also,
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Spiegel. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And what committee is that?
Health and safety. Sorry. Okay, standing committee reports, plating,
I have none at this time.
public lands and buildings is
That's you.
Mr. Wireball?
Oh, yeah, no report then.
Okay. Health and safety,
No report, Madam President.
finance,
No report.
economic development,
No report.
service,
Only that we are working on the stormwater ordinance and the sewer rates that our committee meeting Thursday night.
Thank you. Traffic Commission.
President, no report, but, we did have a meeting recently, and as soon as we have the second one, we'll approve those minutes and let everybody know what we discussed, including putting the sign up over by the alley by Tim Hortons there.
All right, thank you, sir. A motion to accept these committee reports collectively.
So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry, was that Mr. Young or Mr.
Yep.
Spiegel? Mr. Young. All right, I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Young. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Report of city officials. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam President. Boy, it seems like a long time ago, Memorial Day weekend, doesn't it? I mean, anyway, I hope you all were able to take part in some of the activities. The parade was wonderful as usual, and the service at Oakwood. Scotty Pensinger, is a classmate of my brother's, was a good athlete, and he gave a great talk, I thought. So he's been in service for a long time for the country. It's fitting we honor those folks, especially Memorial Day is a day that we have to think about those folks that didn't come home. And if you go through some of the local cemeteries, Oakwood, Holy Trinity Revolutionary Cemetery, you see many, many flags of veterans. But of those veterans, there was a significant amount of people that gave their lives for this country. And we are very, very proud of them, and we're honored by their sacrifice. Most of them are anonymous, to just their families. Harry Martin was, of course, our Medal of Honor winner. I don't know if you have a chance to visit his gravesite, but it's actually beautiful. So we never want to lose that appreciation. There is a cost to freedom. Randy just left, but I was going to compliment United in Harmony for their wonderful performance last Thursday at the kickoff of the summer concert series. And thanks to the Chamber of Commerce for this partnerships. I was there and I taped they always open with Star Spangled Banner, which is, they're just outstanding. They perform that lots of places, including Jacobs Field. And it's on the city Facebook page, so take a moment to look at it. We've had questions about the summer movie series at Shines Art Park, and we're in the final stage of production, and we're picking the final dates in the movies and soliciting sponsors for that. The price of movies have gone up a little bit, so what we're going to do is try to have 2 sponsors per movie. Anyway, First Friday was wonderful too. I don't know if you had, I know many of you were downtown for that. Big crowd, so many things going on there, and maybe you got a chance to purchase some of Jim Cronice's books. I know I got several sets of those, and they'll be for sale all summer till they're sold out. The art display at First Federal was beautiful. That was put together so quickly. It was wonderful. And lots of people down, and they all seem to be having a good time. Maybe you noticed the flower pots up and the flags are up. Thank you to Kiwanis. We have to give a shout out to Kiwanis and thank them for that. John and I watered the flowers several days last week, and they're already starting to grow. And that's headed up by Earth, Wind, and Flower. They're just wonderful people. Volunteers are what make the city, any city, thrive. And encourage everybody to volunteer somewhere, whether you do it in your church, in your local service clubs, coaching baseball or softball, watering flowers. I just encourage everybody to come and do that. It's for your own benefit, as well as your fellow citizens. So thank you. That's all I got tonight.
All right, any questions for the mayor? Your sponsorship for the
Yes.
movies?
Yes.
And you said you wanted to have 2 per movie?
Yes. But we're going.
Did they contact your office?
Yes. Oh, I thought you were going to sponsor all 5 movies.
Well,
Okay.
I think if I sold a kidney.
Okay. Yeah, just contact our office. My extension's 223. Or just stop up, so.
Sir?
I guess.
Yeah.
maybe give everybody an update on the underpass downtown? Or on Main
Yeah, the
Street
underpass
there?
was,
That would seem to be a big deal.
yeah, that was in Jeff's report here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's okay. I mean, I'll, if you're ready
Okay.
for Jeff's report, I'll go on to it.
Yeah, we'll go.
And I'll start with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the concrete was coming down, and it was, we had the supervisor for our area came in on Memorial Day, and he and another worker, and they were able to remove the concrete that was in rough condition. They're coming in to do their annual inspection here pretty quickly, and then they give their report, and that is then moved on to the repair folks, and we will continue to follow up with them on this. But it is safe, and that bridge is still very structurally solid. I know appearance-wise it isn't the best. It's about 100 years old, believe it or not. It's 90 years old, and it's still going. And the railroad does not look at things quite like you or I would, you know. They want to make sure it's structurally sound. As far as aesthetically pleasing, those are two words that aren't in their vocabulary. So we've tried to, you know, cajole them, threaten them mildly, ask them, beg them to paint those, and with little success. We thought we might have had a deal here a couple of years ago, but the pandemic kind of changed that, and so we know they're not attractive, but first and foremost, they have to be safe. So they do come in for regular inspections. Okay, so Jeff has some referrals. The purchase of or lease of land for the Nevada Waterline Project to Public Lands and Buildings and Finance Committees.
Can I go ahead and get a motion?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Let me skip back to number 2 then. Dan, did that answer your question kind of?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I knew that was out there.
Does anyone have any questions on the Madam President? Okay. Okay.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Oh, sorry, I forgot we were in the middle of a motion there. Okay.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry about that. The Board of Control met, and we awarded the following projects. The OPWC utility improvements went to R.A. Boris for $535,886.25. West Warren Street sewer separation went to Driven Excavating for $147,452.40. The Parcher Road water line went to R.A. Boris for $397,542.90. And the Othway path refurbishing is going to Mark Haynes Construction for $68,598 even. The Arrowhead project was started this week. RMH is on the job. They're the same contractors that did on the east side. Does anybody remember what street that was? We did last year. Anyway, right off of Hopley.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name.
Edgewood or,
Yeah,
was it Edgewood or
that was,
the other one?
it was, well, it was one of those. And they did a wonderful job. Rave reviews from the residents. Mill and Pave project is starting this week. Kokosing will be doing the milling on East Warren, Cleveland, Wilbur, Clark, Grace, Poplar, River/Perry, and Tiffin Streets. Cruising with the Cops, another one of our famous events, is coming up. That's this weekend, on Saturday, June 11th. Entry forms are available on the city website. We have them in the mayor's office, in the lobby. You can go to the police department. I'm sure they have them there too. Registration begins at 11 o'clock. I haven't checked the weather forecast, but I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. And we will have a huge crowd that day. Little League is hosting a third tournament. They have, these guys are doing a great job out there. They're using both All Miller and Lions Park. There's over 40 teams coming in. And they've been, their tournaments have been getting rave reviews. So we thank them. That's, when I talked about volunteering, those guys are on steroids. So All Miller Park is open and has been very busy. Except today, it rained, we had to close in mid-afternoon, so We do have a repair issue at the baby pool, and it should be done here in the next few days. So,
All right, anybody have any questions about the Safety Service Director's report? I don't assume we have anything from the Law Director's office. Ms. Schiffer?
Thank you, Madam President. You have my month-end reports for May 31st, the income tax revenues, monthly comparisons, and the revenue tallies to budget. You should have also received, perhaps in your email, the cash position statement for May 31st. And unfortunately, I have a couple referrals tonight. I didn't think I was going to, but some things popped up this afternoon. So I have two referrals for the Finance Committee. I need to refer an appropriation in the general fund for donations made to the police department in the amount of $1,945.36. A donation came through the Community Foundation in the amount of $1,695.36, and a donation was received from Rotary in the amount of $250. Both of these are for Safety Town, which is going on this week, as I understand. I also need an appropriation to the sewage replacement fund due to a lightning strike that hit the generator at the wastewater treatment plant. We will need $25,000 now to get the generator running as quickly as possible until all the parts that are needed to fix it properly arrive. Our insurance will cover the majority of the cost, and Service Director Wagner will have all the details on that for the committee meeting on Thursday night. So those are the two referrals that I have. I'll have the breakdown for Thursday. I may not be able to be here, but I think this is self-explanatory, and I'll have the breakdown for you. And that's all I have.
All right, could I have a motion for these referrals to Finance
So moved.
collectively?
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Wireball, a second by Mr. Myers. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, you have before you the Treasurer's report. I have a motion to accept and file.
I'll make a motion. Second.
I have Mr. McKeever as a motion, Mr. Spiegel as a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have Police Chief's report before you. Do you want me to read it, or you just want me to accept and file?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Myers, a second by Mr. Wireball. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. As well, we have the Fire Department.
Move to accept and file.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Myers, a second by Mr. Young. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. A motion to accept all the city officers' reports.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Potter. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Public participation regarding the reports of standing and special committees and city officers.
Madam President,
Yes, ma'am.
I forgot to mention, we will have auditors here tomorrow to start working on our audit for 2021. They will be working in here during the day. They're usually done by 5, so it shouldn't interfere with any of our meetings. But I just want to make anyone aware, and if they wanted to talk to the auditors about anything, they will be here probably 8 to 5 for the next 2 days.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Consideration of proposed legislation for the first time.
Proposed resolution number 223, 2022, authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, on behalf of said city to enter into a partnership agreement with Crawford County and City of Gallion for the application and administration of the program year 2022 Community Housing Impact and Preservation Program, CHIP, and declaring an emergency. Proposed Resolution 224-2022, repealing and replacing Resolution 221-2022, and acting in its place Resolution 224-2022, authorizing and directing the Bucyrus Public Service Safety Director on behalf of the City of Bucyrus, Ohio, to advertise for bids for the sale of 11 parcels. 611 East Rensselaer Street, parcel number 08001772700. 112 Wiley Street, parcel number 08001617700. 112 Wiley Street, parcel number 08001617800. 303 West Gallen Street, parcel number 08001670100. 309 West Gallen Street, parcel number 08001670200. 331 Blickey Street, parcel number 08001442700 and 08001442600. 411 Wallace Avenue, parcel number 08001923500. In lot 3929 on High Street, parcel number 22004668000. In lot 734 on Norton Way, parcel number 08001482500. 1160 Whetstone Street, parcel number 430013391000. And 1031 Woodlawn Avenue, parcel number 08003001500. All located in the city of Bucyrus, all said parcels being deemed not presently or in the foreseeable future needed for any municipal purposes, and to enter into a purchase agreement with the highest and best bidder while reserving the right to reject any and all bids and declaring an emergency.
All right, do I have a motion to accept these as first readings?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Myers, a second by Mr. Young. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Public participation, anybody wishing to approach the podium to discuss the legislation read for the first time? Seeing none. Consideration of proposed legislation for a second time.
Proposed resolution number 222-2022, resolution approving participation in Region 17 governance structure under the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding.
Do I have a motion to accept this as the second reading?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Potter. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Any member of the public would like to approach the podium to discuss the legislation read for the second time? Seeing none. Consideration of proposed legislation read for a final time.
Proposed ordinance number 21-2022, an ordinance accepting the petition of annexation of 0.871 acres, more or less, in Bucyrus Township, Crawford County, Ohio, beginning permanent parcel number 05-0000717.000 and 05-0000718.000 to the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, filed under the special procedure of annexing land with consent of all parties. Ohio Revised Code Section 709.023. Excuse me. Proposed resolution number 211-2022, authorizing and directing the Public Service Safety Director on behalf of the State of Bucyrus, Ohio, to enter into an agreement with the Bucyrus Tourism and Visitors Bureau, Inc. to promote tourism and to attract visitors and conventions to the Bucyrus City area, retroactive from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2022, and also from January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. at a cost of 50% of the bed tax collected pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 717.20 and Ohio Revised Code 5739.09. Further authorizing and directing the Bucyrus City Auditor to issue a warrant or warrants from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations and payment for said services. Proposed resolution number 216, 2022, authorizing and directing the mayor and the service safety director on behalf of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, to enter into a contract with Crawford, Murphy & Tilley, Inc., 8101 North High Street, Suite 150, Columbus, Ohio, 43235, for provision of professional routine engineering services at Fort Bucyrus Airport beginning May 1st, 2022, and continuing thereafter for a term of 5 years, further authorizing and directing the city auditor to issue a warrant or warrants in payment of therefore from the appropriate appropriation or appropriations. Proposed resolution 217-2022, authorizing and directing the service safety director on behalf of the city of Bucyrus, Ohio, to ban vehicular traffic, including bicycles, except authorized emergency personnel, on Saturday, June 11, 2022, from 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. midnight on East Orange Street, from the food court from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. midnight, along Sandusky Avenue from Mary Street to Oakwood Avenue, as well as the 100 blocks of Mansfield Street and Washington Square, the 100 block of East and West Rensselaer Street, the 100 block of West Bourne Street, and the 100 blocks of East and West Charles Street, respectively, allowing access by local traffic and safety service personnel to the alleys located between Walnut Street and Sandusky Avenue, as well as the alleys between Poplar Street and Sandusky Avenue, in order that said streets may be utilized temporarily as a Cruising with the Cops custom and classic car show, parade route for an expected 600 custom and classic automobiles, more or less, and to provide as well sufficient parking facilities for the public display of said automobiles. Said special event to be sponsored by the Fraternal Order of Police, Bucyrus Lodge number 68, must provide for and erect all signs needed to reroute state highways according to the directions of the Service Safety Director and Chief of Police. The Service Safety Director and the Chief of Police are hereby authorized to make the necessary arrangements for the rerouting of affected traffic on both federal and state highways passing through the subject areas to facilitate the orderly movement of traffic during aforesaid time period through the city of Bucyrus, Ohio.
All right, may I have a motion to accept these as the final readings and accept as legislation?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. McKeever, a second by Mr. Spiegel. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Allowing the member of public to participate at the podium for the legislation read for a final time.
Vicki DeShawn, 1108 Hillcrest Drive, Bucyrus. And I do apologize for not introducing myself when I spoke earlier on the TIRC appointments. My comments tonight concern ordinance number 21-2022, which deals with accepting the petition of annexation of 0.871 acres, more or less, in Bucyrus Township. The property is owned by Interim Law Director Brian N. Gernert and his wife Haley C. Gernert, and is located at 1145 West Mansfield Street, Bucyrus, Ohio. The petition attached to the ordinance contains the legal description of the annexed property, the plat map, and the resolution of the Crawford County, Ohio Board of Commissioners granting the petition. In my reviewing of the plat map, I find that the legal description is not correct. The plat map legal description does not match up with the legal description attached to the petition identified as Exhibit A. And as I have mentioned numerous times before, I have no problem with Mr. Gernert and his wife wishing to annex their property into the city. My concern is that it be done properly so that there's no fallback later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I believe on the, if I may say, on resolution 216-2022, that should say Finance Committee to the Office of the Service Committee. Up top of that page.
This should say finance instead of service,
Yes.
is what he's saying.
I'll correct that, thank you.
Yep.
Alright. Any other public participation? Moving on, referring back to the originating committee, proposed resolution 223-2022, referred back to economic development. Proposed resolution 222-2022, referred back to finance. Proposed ordinance 21-2022, referred back to plating. Proposed resolution 211-2022, referred back to finance. Proposed resolution 216-2022, referred back to finance. Proposed resolution 217-2022, referred back to health and safety.
Madam President.
Yes, sir.
Point of order, proposed resolution 224, 2022 is not on that list, and I believe that needs referred back to public lands and buildings.
You are correct. That was a late addition.
And I have a question as well for you, Madam President. Do we need to amend proposed resolution 216 to be labeled finance so that we can vote on that as amended? Or
Mr. Motter,
or is that just a typographical error?
is that considered a typographical error?
I presume that that is, as long as the legislation is accurate, I believe that would be a typographical error that could be easily corrected. It does not affect the overall piece of legislation. So I would say that it would be able to go forward today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So then I just correct that and, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Committee report on pending legislation, economic development.
So I believe that proposed resolution 223-2022, that is the emergency passing of the chip, but on the agenda it says property bid.
Yeah, those are.
Wait, what? Sorry?
That's just an error.
Oh, that's an error, I'm sorry.
It needs to be flipped with
I
the next one.
I flipped the two.
But economic development is favorable of proposed resolution 223-2022.
Thank you. Public lands and buildings.
Public lands and buildings, it's favorable to proposed resolution 224-2022, the property bid.
Finance.
Finance is favorable to proposed resolution 222-2022, appointing the Region 17 representative. Finance is also favorable to proposed resolution 211-2022, the tourism contract. And finance is also favorable to proposed resolution 216-2022, to retain CMT engineering. That's it.
All right, plating.
Plating is favorable to the proposed ordinance 21-2022, the accepting of the annexation of 1145 West Mansfield.
And health and safety.
Health and safety is favorable to proposed resolution 217-2022, street closures for the Cruising with the Cops car show.
Further consideration of pending legislation, ordinance number 21-2022, accepting the annexation of 1145 West Mansfield Street.
So moved.
I have a motion, I need a second.
Second?
Was it Mr. Wireball?
Yeah,
Thank you.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick Sassman, Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Ordinance 21-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 211-2022, tourism contract.
So moved.
Second?
Second was Wireball. Okay. Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick's absent, Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever.
Yes.
Resolution 211-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 216-2022, retaining CMT Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
I'm sorry, who was first?
Spiegel.
Spiegel, and the second, McKeever?
Mhm.
Okay, Spiegel,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick's absent, Young.
Yes.
Resolution 216-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 217-2022, cruising with the cops.
So moved.
Second.
Myers, Wireball,
Myers and McKeever.
oh, sorry. Myers,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick's absent, Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Resolution 217-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 223-2022, for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 223-2022, do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So,
Second.
I have Wireball first and McKeever second.
Okay. Wireball,
yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick's absent, Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 223-2022?
So moved.
Second.
Who was second?
Spiegel.
Spiegel. Okay, Potter,
Yes.
Spiegel,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Sherrick is absent.
Ordinance 223-2022 is duly adopted. Resolution 224-2022, property bid for the second and third readings of proposed resolution 224-2022. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules, waive the readings of the caption and text, and declare an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
That was Myers and who, I'm sorry?
McKeever.
McKeever, okay. Myers,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick is absent, Spiegel,
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Ordinance 224-2022.
Point of order.
Yes, sir.
That was the motion to suspend and waive the rules.
I
We need to
apologize.
vote.
Thank you. I got ahead of myself. Do I hear a motion to adopt proposed resolution 224-2022?
So moved.
Second.
And that was Mr. Young?
Yes, sir.
Young and Myers? Okay. Myers,
Yes.
Young,
Yes.
McKeever,
Yes.
Wireball,
Yes.
Potter,
Yes.
Sherrick is absent, Spiegel.
Yes.
Ordinance 224-2022 is duly adopted. Do we have any old or unfinished business anybody wants to bring up?
Madam President, I know it's listed under referrals, but I had noted in a previous committee meeting that I would refer the Oak Ridge Avenue, with the gentleman that came in and spoke on the water issues, so I will go ahead and refer that. And Terry, didn't you say that that should go to service?
Yes.
Okay, I'll refer the Oak Ridge Avenue area to service.
Okay. So I have a motion by Mr. Myers,
Second.
second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Madam President?
Yes, sir.
Since you're talking about referrals, I didn't see Jeff's referral of the lease, purchase or lease of land for Nevada Water.
Yes, we got that.
You got that listed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Good deal. Thank you.
Yep,
Madam President, I think the sewer rates are already in committee.
It is.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so since we skipped over new and miscellaneous, may I have a motion to accept the absence of Ms. Sherrick?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. There is a referral for CCW.
You said to put that on there, it's concealed carry. Rob Taylor came up and you said to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did speak to that, and we said we would further discuss that. So that would go to health and safety. I'll motion to send that to health and safety.
Second.
So I have a motion by Mr. Myers, a second by Mr. Young. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And railroad bridges. I don't think we need to, that need to be referred for anything. Or nothing.
So, it was Erin was the one that wanted to refer,
You know
That
what
was
she wanted to discuss?
If she wanted to
Yeah.
refer it, I'll move
Okay.
to send that to, no, because we don't own them.
Yeah. Health and safety.
Health and safety,
Okay.
yeah.
Good concerns falling.
Yep.
All right, I have a motion by Mr. Myers,
Second.
a second by Mr. McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so that's
Don't.
one.
Instead.
I have 9 referrals.
I'm sorry.
I have 9 referrals on my list. Is that what you
I
have?
started doing them this way, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I also have 9.
7. I think I'm more here. Sewer rates were, what's,
They're already
Sewer
in.
rates are already in.
that's what I thought,
Okay.
okay, so then I have concealed carry, 1, Oak Ridge, road bridges, traffic commission amendments, planning commission amendments, TIRC, Bratwurst Festival, street closures, purchase or lease of land,
And then the appropriation.
TIRC and appropriations. Yeah,
Okay, you got TIRC twice then.
yeah, this can go off
Okay,
here,
okay. All right, so we're
yeah,
in
sorry.
concurrence. 9. All right,
6, 7, yeah.
okay. All right. And we have a request to go into executive session. I apologize.
We don't need to do that tonight.
Oh, we don't?
No.
Okay. So scratch that off the agenda.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Wait a minute, before you do, can I just make, sorry.
Yes, sir.
You didn't do new business, you just did old business.
Well, they skipped right over it.
I know. I was gonna thank Mr. Motter for filling in. You did admirably tonight. We thank you for filling in for us. And then I want to, maybe some of you don't know, Tom and Susan Cathcart. I'm not trying to embarrass you. I just want to welcome you. Tom and Susan own Cathcart Rail. And I've done a lot for the community, including being the initial donors for the bicentennial very generously. So we thank you for that.
Thank you.
We love having you,
Nice to meet you.
Cyrus. Yeah. And Susan also served on the tree commission for many years, too.
And we
just Right.
planted 4 trees in our yards.
All right, all right. Thanks for coming.
All right. Anything else, sir?
That's it.
Okay. I have a motion to adjourn by Mr.
Second.
McKeever. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned at
2002.
8:02.